Hello, good day everyone. I'm Joris De Bautista, and for today's discussion, we will talk about the Module 5, which is the flexible learning environment, online learning, synchronous and asynchronous blended learning, online communities of learning. So, in our learning objectives, uh, the first is to describe a flexible learning environment and the different platforms. Moving on, the recognize how innovative and creative teachers in teaching using online resources and educational sites. Sorry. The first, if we talk about flexible learning environment, uh, it refers to the distance learning, and distance learning uh, refers to the students who participate in distance learning receive instruction through online courses and video recordings, video conferencing, or any other type of audiovisual technology. The various online platforms that are available can be used to implement this mode of instruction. If we talk about distance learning, ito yung natututo ka not in the classroom, which means natututo ka in yourself or in your own in your home through the online courses or the video recording. Ibig sabihin, ang interaction between the teacher and the students ay malayo at kumbaga hindi nagkakaroon ng physical contact between them. And next is talk about today sites or applications na ginagamit in distance learning, especially in the flexible learning environment. The first is the Moodle. Moodle allows you to create a personal online learning environment full of stimulating exercises and resources. You will always have complete control over your data as well as how your teachers, students, and administrators are integrated into the system. B. I know all of us or most of us are familiar to Moodle, right? Because last year, here in the USM, ito yung nirecommend or ito yung application na nirecommend ng ICTC na gamitin natin. Bakit? Kasi yung applications, in the Moodle, pwede kang gumawa ng your own site. Ibig sabihin, only the students na binibigyan ng username and or email and passwords ang pwede lang makapag-access dito at hindi pwedeng ma-access ng ibang estudyante na hindi estudyante ng that certain institutions. The next is the Google Classroom. Google Classroom is the next to Moodle, but uh, Google Classroom is an excellent tool for effective classroom management. This is an excellent platform for grading, communicating with students, and analyzing performance. However, it is not as effective as an LMS. It is assessed that everybody who utilize the learning technique to achieve better results. Which means, Google Classroom, ito yung pinaka-easy or pinaka-madaling gamitin sa lahat. Kasi, in this application, parang napag-isa mo na siya. Nandoon na yung activity, nandoon yung discussions, instruction ng teacher, as well as the score of your activity. If the teacher will give you a score in public, then yung announcement, pwede mong i-post dito and easily at napakadali mo siyang pindutin. Easy to submit the activity kasi hindi nagre-require ng wala yung limitation ang uh, storage or walang limitation ng MB or GB ang required para ipasa sa Google Classroom. And the next is the Schoology. Schoology may serve as a social networking tool and virtual learning environment for K-12 schools and higher education that allows students to create, learn, and share academic content. It expertly creates courses from current and established content, teachers can quickly create lessons with lots of media, reuse material previous lessons, and even insert content from YouTube, Microsoft Office, Google Drive, and countless other web resources. It is the http colon double slash www.schoology.com slash. The next one is the Edmodo. Edmodo is the most popular social media and learning platform for both teachers and college students. Is Edmodo, as also known as the Facebook for school. The website, which was established 2008, now has over 20 million users. The K to 12 social media community expanding and can now be accessed in 6 languages, including Greek, Spanish, and German. And due to the platform's counterparts portability, parents, teachers, and even the students can frequently gain access to Edmodo whenever they need it. The educational technology company Edmodo provides teachers and K-12 schools with a platform for communication, collaboration, and teaching. Teachers share content, assign quizzes and homeworks, and control conversations with students, coworkers, and parents through the Edmodo community. Ibig sabihin, the Edmodo is the app's counterpart of the portability, which means it is the Facebook. Include dito na yung paggawa ng mga group chats, instructions. We all know that Facebook is rapidly changing or dynamic kasi before wala pang mga poll diyan, 'di ba? Mga poll uh, groups meron na before. Yung mga share screen before wala pa yan, pero ngayon meron na. It means pwede kang magkaroon. Facebook is not also for entertainment or entertainment or other purposes. Pwede rin siyang gamitin sa school in order to learn in the flexible learning environment. Moving on to MOOC. MOOC is a massive, open online courses, pronounced as MOOC, is a web-based educational program that allows or for unrestricted enrollment and public access. Many MOOC offer interactive courses with user boards or social media discussions to facilitate community interactions among students, professors, and teaching assistants. Thus, as properly as in immediate professor and teaching assistants, as properly immediate feedback to quick quizzes and assignments, in addition to the standard course materials like filmed lectures, readings, and problem sets. In distance education, MOOC are a recent and extensively research developed that were first introduced in 2008 and became a well-known study. Let's proceed to the next discussion, which is the synchronous and asynchronous. And asynchronous, we will determine what is the synchronous and what is the difference between the synchronous and asynchronous. Okay, so let's begin in synchronous. Synchronous, when students and teachers are present in a learning environment at the same time. The learning process is called synchronous learning. They must be in a physical setting like a classroom or a similar virtual setting, like a web conference where they can interact with their teacher and other students. There is genuine interaction between them. If we talk about the synchronous, they need or it should need an uh, it should a it should need a physical or interaction at the same time. Yun yung tinatawag natin synchronous. Ibig sabihin, kailangan mo ng communication between them. Pwede kayong mag-usap whether in a classroom environment or virtual or Google Meet or the Google Zoom. As long as nakakapag-usap kayo at the same time at nagkakapalitan kayo ng mga questions and nagkakaroon kayo ng mga answers or basta as long as nag-uusap kayo at nakikita ninyo ang isa't isa, that's what we call synchronous. The next is The asynchronous. Asynchronous learning is the opposite of synchronous learning within occurs simultaneously. Within the learning environment, the teachers and students do not congregate simultaneously. Real-time communication with other people is not possible. Making online content with pre-recorded recordings or offering on an demand online exam are two examples of this approach in learning. If we talk about the synchronous, it is different or pretty different in the synchronous. Why? Because in a synchronous learning allows you to learn within your own, which means the teacher will give you an activity or an reading materials, and you will read it and you will analyze it, and you must understand it based on what you read, and which means you need a self-explanatory if you are in a in synchronous. Sa synchronous kasi ang teacher na yung magbibigay lang ang teacher or magbibigay ang teacher sa'yo ng mga activities, exam, or quizzes, then ikaw na. Ibig sabihin, wala kang, hindi mo pwedeng sabihin na bakit kami binigyan ng activity na ganito, hindi niya naman to discuss, binigyan lang kayo ng babasahin. No, that's not right kasi you are in a asynchronous learning. Read it and understand it, then answer it. Learn with your own way, or learn it with your own method. The next is there's two questions and the two answer as well, that why many instructors teach asynchronously. Streaming video and connecting to online meetings uses significant amount of data. It's the first. Ibig sabihin, not all of us can use a large amount of data and requires a fast internet connections, which not all the students may not have access. It is the primary reasons why the teachers teach asynchronously. And even in the case when most students do not have high-speed internet and can connect to the meeting successfully, it can only one glitch or two glitches in connectivity or audio video troubles to affect the overall quality of the which means the teacher nagtuturo kasi sila kasi ng asynchronously because it requires a large amount of data. Then, and as a student, yun din ang kailangan mo na data kung ano ang ginagamit ng teacher mo. And we all know that we are here in the Philippines na mostly pa rin nasa remote area, and not in the Philippines as well ay walang malakas na internet connection, especially here in Mindanao sa iba't ibang provinces. Kaya mahirap mag-access ng learning in synchronously whenever you are participating in online or virtual meeting. Kaya the teachers decided to teach synchronously kasi kahit may load ka or mahina yung signal mo, putol-putol at mahirap pa rin. Kasi the next is audio and video troubleshooting tends to take up a significant portion of online meetings, including preparing ahead of time. And in meeting troubleshooting, it is not frequently for microphone that work well to suddenly stop working, webcams to go to the dark inexplicably, or files to disappear from your desktops just when you needed to share them. With the synchronous learning, instructors can take their time setting up the learning path and making sure it is accessed code before the students have access. Bakit? Dito is the advantage. If nagbigay ang teacher ng video lecture
pwede mo siyang ulit-ulitin, panoorin hanggang sa maintindihan mo until you understand it and until you perceive what the teachers teach. Ito yung the main advantage ng teachers, why the teachers teach synchronously. Because I remember that and during the first time last year as a first year student, mahina yung signal sa amin, then mahirap mag-participate sa mga online meetings. Kaya ang ginagawa namin, lumalabas kami ng isahan lang or once a week sa poblasyon para i-download lahat ng mga reading materials na binibigay ng mga teachers. Then kung may activity doon, kasi 1 week kasi, then pagbalik namin next week, doon naman yung submission namin ng another activity. Then the download na naman namin yung the next activity for other or for the next week. Blended learning. In the blended learning, delivering content through e-learning, webinars, conference calls, and live online sessions with the students are a few examples of blended or hybrid learning. Mindfulness programs, social media driven instruction, and other informal ways to use learning interaction are also available. By incorporating technology into the learning process, it expands the potential for providing personalized instruction to the various learner types. This method combines face-to-face learning with at least 50% instruction. And the blended learning, ibig sabihin, it is the combination of synchronous and asynchronous. Why? Kasi meron 50, yung 50% day of classes natin, like in the second year, ito yung tinatawag na blended learning. May face-to-face sa ganitong araw at ang ganitong araw is online naman, because in order to prevent the COVID-19 or the spreading of the COVID-19 in our institutions, because we are now aware that today or today's generation or today's are still in the stage of the new normal, right? Kaya ito pa rin kaya nagkaroon ng blended learning up until now. A few models can be used to implement hybrid learning in classroom. They consist of the following methods. The first is the face-to-face driver. Face-to-face driver refers to the teacher is the primary instructor and drives the discussion and augmented with the use of digital media solutions for education. Yung face-to-face driver mostly ginagamit ito ina-apply ito ng senior high school pababa. Why? Because the students of the Keto Club needs the assist and the help of teachers in order to learn appropriately compared to the college students na as a college student we can learn in our own. Kasi may method na tayo and pumasok na yung maturity sa atin and kaya na nating i-adapt at kaya na nating gawin mag self-learning. The next is the rotation. Rotation refers to the students go through cyclic frequencies of independent online learning wherein they first research about the subject matter themselves and share their findings in a classroom interaction with the teachers and other peers. Rotation, ibig sabihin naman, interaction siya between the teacher and students, students to students, teachers to teachers, ganun siya. Kumbaga, hindi ka lang tuto based sa tinuturo ng teacher sa'yo. Matututo ka rin based on the idea of your classmates or other peers. The next is flex. Flex refers to the large proportion of curriculum will be driven online, independent research by the students, and this will be supplemented by the support of the teacher. This model is the primarily driven the use of different digital platforms to facilitate education. The next is labs. Labs, it is the entire curriculum is routed via digital platform but within the bounds of the physical space.
Mm. This setting is usually used within the traditional classroom context. Ibig sabihin, ang labs, if we talk about labs, hindi siya pwede gawin asynchronously. Dapat siya lang gawin talaga in face-to-face or physical contacts because not all of the students merong laboratory sa kanilang bahay, and the laboratory needs hands-on or the physical contact and the object na kailangan nilang gamitin. The next is the self-blend. Self-blend, students choose to combine their traditional knowledge along with the things that they pick up their research. The self-blend, students na, or it is the usually na ginagawa ng mga college, they're learning in their own, nagre-research na lang sila, aside sa binibigyan ng teacher nila, they tend to research in order to have a better understanding. Kasi sa research, maaring mag-assist yun sa'yo ng pagkatuto or madagdagan yung knowledge mo pa na natutunan mo. And the last is the online driver. Online driver, students follow the course's guidelines of an online courses wherein the teacher can make a regular check-ins and give steadily feedbacks. In this approach, face-to-face interactions are kept at a minimum only fixed, whereas an absolutely need for one. And student online driver, ano yung sinabi ng teacher, yun talaga yung dapat mong sundin. Hindi ka pwedeng gumawa or hindi ka pwedeng lumihis or i-violate yung teacher based on their instructions. Ibig sabihin, you need or you must to follow what the teacher said.
And that's all. Thank you for listening. And once again, I am Joris D. Bautista from 2BSEE, or a student from Bachelor of Secondary Education, take a major in Social Studies. I hope you learned something. Thank you very much. Goodbye.